starting off this Saturday morning in the skidder here, dragging some logs. So I cut from yesterday before I start cutting. So I've got my saw here. Cut as I go. Just trying to get this area cleaned up raw. Cut the filming short there where I could drop that drag off. 4 of them in there. Dad is working the deck today, which again saves me a tremendous amount of time. We're going to try to get this section finished up right over here on the creek on the east side. I'm using that little access roads boundary. Of course, we've got some stragglers out there here. There's a Walnut there. I seen there was another one up here. There's 2 more off in there. And when you're just trying to clean up the stragglers, it gets kind of time consuming where you're bouncing here for a tree, bouncing there. But, you got to get them all. So this fence right here is a boundary line. Now it's brothers that own this. One brother owns this. Of course, looks like the cattle go back and forth, but that's a peach of a tree, but there is wire going right through the center of it. It always pains me. That is a nice piece of wood right there. What a bit. And being on the fence like that, I'm not even going to cut it, try to do anything with it. I'd like to cut this over here. It looks like there's some decent post oak there on the hill. Kind of snake along through here. We got some big trees down here in the bottom I got cut yesterday, trying to get them out. I'm not sure what all Kevin got out of there yesterday. I think he was pretty well caught up with me. Other than those 4 I drug out. 2 of those were hung up. 6 will downshift, find the lower gear. I had a heck of a time getting up over this little ridge yesterday too. I know that. I didn't know this road was here. Of course, I was just trying to find any kind of access I could make up, get up and over it. This looks like it's going to be a lot better deal. Long drags, but still path of least resistance here and quicker drags. Some good walnut up the creek there, I see. So this one here hung up yesterday. It was going to fall across the creek, and I want to grab a little lower on that. There we go. So it hung up my fellet. There's another one on up there. You can see it's across the creek when it fell. We'll drag it across just like we will this one. There's an uphill battle. We'll go ahead and lock in the differential. Drag up. I figured as much. We're spinning. We might have to winch it. We'll see. Alright, we got that one out. Did some trimming on it. We're wide because I tried to salvage both pieces above the crotch there. This is one of those ones that they can be a little tricky to cut. It's got a really, really hard lean. It's got a decent sized top for the size of the tree. It's one of the ones I kind of wish Kevin was here to film. But regardless, it's got a really good little log in it. We're gonna bring it on down. There, we got it on the ground. See here, no damage to the tree. Left my little tabs right here to kind of help hold it. We did have a little fiber pole there, just the outside of the tree there and the sapwood, but other than that, got it down, and we'll come back. We'll get that treetop out of the side-by-side path there, kind of push or move it out of the way. That way we don't block their roads for their ATVs. Then we'll get to dragging. All right, this will be the last drag we make today. I've got to look at timber this afternoon, so short Saturday in the woods, but fairly productive, I think. Got a pretty good drag behind us, 5 trees. super big trees. Good trees, just not big trees. A lot of these are just kind of tall, slick creek bottom trees. Not a lot of what I call good veneer in there, but just good clean logs. Good footage. That's what we like to see. They're going to run up around, oh man, I don't even know. Some of them will be pushing 200. Some will go over that. Some pretty good logs in there. Tall trees for our part of the world. Let's just hope this rain and snow holds off. We definitely don't need that here. Playing havoc on our jobs. Good old Missouri winters here. It was pretty nice the last couple days in the 60s. I think we're down in like the low 30s, high 20s today with a pretty sharp wind. First things first, this one we got, I don't want to say we got a lot of rain yesterday, but we got rain we definitely didn't need on a job site. So what I'm doing today, I've got a bunch of logs here. This is some ash. We had an ash deal fall through, which this winter we hadn't really been in ash a lot, so I was just kind of putting stuff back on the yard when we come across it, which honestly, some of these ash logs have been on the yard for, man, probably pushing 3 to 4 months, so not a big deal. We might have had 3,000 feet of ash total. It wasn't a big run, but what I'm doing now, we're gonna haul them to the pallet mill to make room on the yard. I've got more rock coming for the yard. I gotta keep rocking things. And then over here, we're, what little we have on 401k, we're trying to get it liquidated down because I'm getting ready to rock and gravel all this as well. That way we've got a better spot to load out trucks, because as well as bucket and hauling logs today, we've got some logs going out. These tag logs you see here behind me, these 4-sided logs, they're on their way back to the eastern part of the United States. So we've got a flatbed that'll be here at noon to load up. Some of the logs we load out, they go up north, they go back east, they go down south. We send them everywhere. So you can see the yard's pretty full with walnut up here right now. So what I really want to do, we're going to expand this out here with this last part we graveled, which it's got quite a bit of that Bermuda grass that's come up. We're going to expand that out a little more, and all this down through here we're going to rock. That way we can put these logs that are getting shipped out, we'll just stack them down here. That way when the trucks come, we'll be sitting right there loaded, waiting for them. Hard surface, good spot, wide, just a little better place to load. So I'm gonna start cutting because it's cold. We're gonna start loading some of this stuff up. My helpers are here. My dog Tipsy and her dog Buster. Tipsy's almost 12, she'll be 12 February 8th. Last birthday party for them. They love it when I move logs up here because they love to chase mice and rats, and that's what they're waiting on. They know anytime this truck comes up here to the log yard, they're gonna go mousing. And it's pretty fun to watch them. That junk. You guys want that? Climb up here to the penthouse. They like the mice, or mouse, whatever you want to call it there. They know they're under there, and usually every time I move these logs around, this 401k, stuff that tends to sit for a little bit, those mice will take shelter in those logs. Now ideally, usually when I haul pallet, I'll haul a bunk of 12s in the back, 8s in the front. I'm gonna haul, and yes, there are some 12s on here obviously, mainly sycamore. There is a red oak in there. But we're cutting most of our pallet into 8s now. We'll still haul some 12 stuff over, but it's whatever we get orders for, whatever they're wanting. 12s are hot for a while, and they'll still take some 12s, but right now they're really wanting these 8s, stuff they can just, man, and I don't know much about the pallet. I don't know if they're cutting into stringers, what they're doing. Again, I should probably ask more questions than what I do about it, but I just don't. Let's spin that. Yeah, I'm slow because I'm trying to film and put logs in there too. Now the other day somebody said something about our loader was low on hydraulic fluid. If you've ever been around these Sercos, that hissing you hear, that's just how the Sercos are. This is a brand new loader, never had a leak. I assure you it's not low on hydraulic fluid. The one on the Mac, which we did get rid of the Mac, it finally went to its new home. Great guy out of Arkansas, one of our YouTube subscribers. Seen it, wanted it. I think it'll fit in great for his operation, what he does, and he'll get a great truck out of it. That Mac should last for years and years to come. That Granite we had was one of the last good Bulldogs before Volvo totally got involved, and I'm just gonna say it, Volvo ruined Mac, they did. Now the great thing about the 401k pile and all pallet material, we have short hauls to the pallet mills. I deal with one primarily. I've got 2 more I deal with from time to time, kind of as they get hungry for logs. I'll do business with them a little bit, but other than that, I kind of stick with this one mill primarily because they take pretty good care of us on our low grade, our pallet material. Like what you see back there, it's all just some junk wood, as we call it. Every job's got a little bit of it, and we just pile it up, kind of save it for a rainy day. That's how we kind of come across the name of the 401k pile. Like it's our retirement fund. It'd be a very, very short retirement if you had to retire a 401k, our 401k. Anyway, so it's maybe 12 miles from my house and some gravel roads, kind of like I'm going down right now, just kind of creeping down through here about 15 miles an hour because it's a rough road. So I don't get in too big a hurry hauling logs anyway. And normally if I was driving down the highway or the super slab, I wouldn't be here videoing myself like I am, but on this gravel road, I'm not too concerned about it. I guess if it upsets you, you can call the DOT on me, but whatever. We just kind of ease on down through here. Yeah, so gravel road, like I said, oh, I lied to you. We're blistering along at 20 miles an hour right now, but these old gravel roads are rough. They get washboardy because people fly up and down these things. And again, if you're really not paying attention, these roads can do a lot of damage to your truck or vehicle. Of course, if you're flying down on that constant just beating and jarring, that's why I just kind of ease down through here. Of course, it's about to turn into a kind of a chip and seal or blacktop, but honestly, this gravel's a better road than this thing is because this old pavement here gets neglected. It's a county road. Yeah, just you can see kind of the holes here. We'll try to avoid them. I see some tree bark on the road where some other fellows have been hauling in here today. It's a rough old road.